All right. So let's continue. How we can allocate the increment in total salary, asks Shafi. Hmm. The increment is a new salary, no? If you are incrementing the salary, then it's a new salary that you are providing. So it will go to you have to mutually, or you have to update in the Ministry of Labor about the salary increment. It's a new salary now. All right. Disciplinary or performance issues. So we all are aware that in most of the companies you follow the same formula for any kind of increment. Sorry, for any kind of disciplinary issue, there has to be a due diligence process. Now, what is that due diligence process? First, we need to give verbal warning. After 3 verbal warnings, we need to give the written warning. First written warning, then second written warning, and then third and final written warning with a notice period. This is the due diligence process for any organization. Okay. So verbal discussions are the verbal warnings, then first written, and then second written, and then third final written warning with a notice period. So I hope that is clear to everyone. Now the new UAE labor law on 766. So I will just tell you these changes in the law in brief. The major changes about the labor ban. So according to 766, the labor ban has been now lifted in most of the cases. I cannot say in 100%, but in 95% of the cases. Now the labor ban is lifted. So this article makes few things clear to us. For example, if one side breaks the contract, like I said in the beginning, employment is a contract, it is a mutual agreement. If one party breaks the agreement, the second party is free to break it. Okay, that should be clear to all of us. If one party breaks it, the second party is free to break this contract. Hmm? Second is, uh, and how do we know that one party has broken it? Let's say as an employer. An employer is not paying monthly salary to its employee. Now they have broken the contract. If an employer is not paying salary for 2 months consecutively, that contract is already invalid now. So if the employee tomorrow joins another company, signs a contract and resigns without notice period, that is acceptable. Why? Because the employer is not paying salary. Because in a contract remains valid till one part not break it. That's the definition of a contract. If one party breaks the contract, the second party is free to break the contract. Now, according to your employment contract, your company said that you will get monthly salary, but now they are not giving. So what they have done, they have broken the contract. Now, if you take any action, then you are not breaking the contract because legally the contract does not exist. This is a very important information that you as HR should have. And you as an employee should also have, but in most of the cases, employees don't know about it. At least HR should know. So it can be not giving the salary. It can be any other breach of contract. Like for example, you wrote in the contract the person will be provided accommodation, but accommodation is not given. That's a breach of contract. Okay. So this is one condition. Second is if the business closes. Third is any kind of article violation of article 120 or 121. So we'll talk about it in the coming slide. So you can see in totality, according to Article 5 of 766, we have, because rest are the same what we discussed so far. So what it tells us in Article 5 is that labor ban is now lifted if somebody completes 6 months in the company. If somebody completes 6 months, he cannot be banned because many employers were misusing the labor ban. So now that has been lifted. But still, like I said, 95% of the cases it is lifted because under category 4 and 5, unskilled labor, under certain situations, the labor ban still exists. But under severe situations, like if the labor does something which is not acceptable at all, some behavior, some situations like stealing, theft, etc. So that only is the area where labor bans may exist, but for most of jobs, normal jobs, the labor ban does not exist now. Now, this is Article 120, which you are referring to, and you already are aware. I don't have to give you very detailed information on this. If a person forges the documents, adopts a false identity, and he is under probation, if he commits an error, now this is a very risky area, because you may say, if you want to fire someone, you may say that he or she did an error, that's why we are terminating her or him. But in reality, it's very difficult to prove in the Ministry of Labor, because you need to have solid evidence of, I want you to remember a word that will help you. There should be a solid evidence of willful negligence. This is what court considers. You have to prove this in the court. Obviously, if the employee goes to the court, then only. Willful negligence of duties. Let's say that you have a driver and he simply met with an accident and the company vehicle was damaged. That's a negligence maybe on his part. But did he willfully do that? No. He was on the road, crossing, and then some accident happens. So he will not fall under willful negligence. But what is a willful negligence? Now he rammed his car or the company vehicle knowingly without safety precautions. That is willful negligence. But how you are going to prove that? Whether he did it by accident or willfully. It is very difficult to prove in the court. Okay. So what we need to do, we need to write to the Ministry of, so that is one condition. Second condition is you must notify the Ministry of Labor within 48 hours of knowing of any such incident. Some people may ask, let's say I have an accountant or a cashier. Now this cashier is stealing money or having some loopholes in the accounts. I come to know about all these loopholes during the audit after 1 year. Can I take action? Yes, you can take action. Why? Because it is 48 hours within the knowledge of such incident. Even if it comes to your knowledge after 1 year, within 48 hours, and usually you need to first notify the labor department, and you need to give a memo, or you need to ask the employee for his or her take on that. Yeah, so it's not that easy to terminate a person on the substantial losses. If he violates the safety instructions of the workplace, that is also can be a cause of termination, but again, you have to prove it. So best thing in such cases to prove is by having witnesses, by having certain, by acceptance of the person, if you take an acceptance from him or her. But believe me, if such cases go to the court, in 95% of the cases, employee will win. Only 5% employer will win. What is the reason? Because in the legal terminology, employee is a weak party. We call it negative covenant. Think about it. If there is a man and a woman and they have a fight, and now the woman says, the man hit me, but the man says that she hit me first, and she's the one who should be, I did not hit her, she hit me. So, which party the court is going to believe, the man or woman? The answer is woman. Why? Because woman is a weaker party in this case. Physically, she is considered weak by the court. She may be actually stronger than the man, but court will, according to the legal proceeding, she is the weaker party. You must support her first. In the same way, when an employee goes to the court will consider that who is weaker party here in this case? Employee. Who can have more witnesses? The employer can have more witnesses. Who can have better support in terms of law and knowledge of the law? Employer. So we need to support the employee. That's the negative covenant of the court. Okay. Immediate termination by the employer. Employer can also terminate if somebody divulges the secret. Now, again, like I said, very difficult to prove in the court that the person divulged any kind of secret. If he is awarded final judgment in a court, competent court, that is obvious. If he absents himself without lawful excuse for more than 21 intermittent, this is also. Similarly, can an employee can also break the contract? Yes, if the employer is not fulfilling the contractual obligations like paying salary, or if he is assaulted by the employer or their legal representative. So in that case, we can have immediate termination by the employee as well. Okay. Now, end of service benefits. So there are three key benefits that we have as end of service: gratuity, leave salary, annual airfare. Okay, so let's talk about gratuity first. Gratuity is the most common end of service benefit that is given to employees in UAE. In fact, it is the only one end of service benefit that is given. So, what do we have in gratuity? Certain number of days of basic salary is given to the employee depending on the number of years he has spent in the company, along with the type of contract that he was having. So there are two types of contract: unlimited and limited. In unlimited contract, if the person gives resignation or he is terminated, there will be a difference between the gratuity calculation. So 1 to 3 year, if 1 year is not complete, no gratuity. If 1 year is complete but 3 years are not completed, then how much of gratuity we get? So 1 year is completed, 3 years are not completed. So we get 7 days gratuity upon resignation, 21 days gratuity upon termination. We are talking about unlimited contract here. If a person completes 3 years, we will talk about it. So if somebody completes 3 year but less than 5 year, then 14 days basic upon resignation, 21 days straight termination. Completes 5 years, then 21 days basic upon resignation, same 21 days basic upon termination. But here I want to highlight one point, in fact two. Point number one, you can see in unlimited contract, if you get terminated, you get more gratuity, right? So it is better. So you'll remember it by this way. It is better to get terminated in a unlimited contract. And it is very easy to get terminated, right? Okay, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't be, but yeah, if you want full gratuity, then it's better to get terminated rather than uh, resignation. Now, let's take a scenario. A person completes 8 years in a company. How many days of basic salary he will get? If he completes 8 years. So just share in the number of days. No, why 30 days? I'm asking how many days of gratuity he will get. Tawfiq is absolutely right. 195 days. Tawfiq, can you just share the formula which you used? For first three, see, he said 195. So what he's saying, first 5 years, he will get 21 days basic. So 21 multiplied by 5, 105. And for next 3 years, after 5 years, there are 3 more years pending, right? For next 3 years, he will get 30 multiplied by 3, that is 90. So total, he will get 195 days of basic salary. Now, which basic it is? The current basic. Okay, whatever will be the current basic, it will be depending on the current basic multiplied by these 195 days. Is it clear, guys? Yes. Good. So now gratuity calculation for a limited contract. For a limited contract, we simply have 21 days. Is it allowed to give the gratuity on a monthly basis? Usually no one gives gratuity on a monthly basis. So I don't understand here your question, Edige. Monthly means you want to give 30 days of basic, or monthly means what here? Or you want to pay gratuity every month? So you want to pay gratuity on a monthly basis. Usually that is not the case, because as per the law, it should be given, it's an end of service and it should be paid once you take a retirement, or you take a break, or you resign, or you get terminated from the company, you leave the company, then you get. That's why we call it end of service benefit. Okay. So yeah, do share with me, because it may be gems may be having a free zone, if I'm not wrong, or mainland contract. They are free zone, no? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, gems in Javza, they're a free zone. So that's a free zone company. So we shouldn't take a case study of free zone company, because free zone have different regulations. They come under free zone authority. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yes, in daily wages, you take everything and you don't pay. That's true. All right. So let's move now. Next part, retirement and pension. So you all will get pension benefits in UAE. Sena is asking, gratuity is calculated on last basic. Yes, true, true. Whatever is the last basic. Yep. So you all will get pensions and retirement benefits? No. So no one will get pension. Only locals. UAE nationals will get pension benefit. And in fact, pension is no government can give pension to the foreigners. That's true. Because pension is such a long term reward, it cannot be given to expats. It's impossible because there are many considerations into it. So let's talk about pensions in UAE. It is only given to locals and they need to get registered on ADR PBF, which is the pension fund. Every emirate have their own pension fund, and even the calculation of pension is different in different emirates. The normal calculation is this, which is valid in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai. We take 26% as the pension fund. Let's say an employee is getting 10,000 dirham salary. Okay. So 5% will go from the employee side. So I'm talking about gross salary, CTC to be 10,000. So 5% of the 10,000 will go to the employee contribution towards pension. 15% will go to the employer contribution towards pension. So this 20% is actually going into his pension fund. 5% from his pocket, 15% from the employer's pocket. 6% is added by the government directly in that fund. Usually, this is the combination of any kind of pension plan in the world. In Sharjah, Ajman, there is a different calculation. I'm told that for employer, their calculation is 12.5, not 15. So, like I said, this contribution may vary in Emirates to Emirates. We need to check that particular Emirates. Okay. But this is how, in a nutshell, it is going to work like this. Okay. There are some quick articles which we will cover quickly. Article 91, 201, they talk about the safety gears, whose responsibility is to take care of safety of the employee? The employer, right? They need to provide them safety gears. They need to display the information, provide a first aid box, make sure there is cleanliness and ventilation at the workplace, make sure there is a physician every 6 months, no alcohol at the workplace, right? Oh, there was, by the way, there is a new change in the alcohol laws also in UAE. Yeah? But still, you are not allowed to consume at the workplace, obviously. All right. Disciplinary rules now. I think we discussed about it. There has to be due diligence that needs to be followed. We need to have verbal warning, then first written, second written, and third warning with the notice period. That's the normal disciplinary rule. Apart from that, if you go through these articles, like I said, just download the MOHRE app and go through these articles to better understand and use it on day-to-day basis. There is suspension, bonus deprivation, promotion deprivation, dismissal of gratuity, etc. All these are part of the disciplinary rules. Collective labor dispute. So Article 154 to 165 talk about a very unique case. You all know that in UAE there are no unions. You are not allowed to form a union in UAE. Union, I mean labor union or employee union. So, to give this benefit to the employee, the Ministry of Labor gave an article from 154 to 65. We call it collective labor dispute. What we do in this is we allow employees to form group. More than two employees, they can form a group, and they can approach the employer with their demands. The employer must reply within 7 days. Let's say the employer doesn't reply in 7 days. Then this group can go to the local labor office. Whosoever is working in any area, there is a local labor, district level labor office there. You can go to the local labor office. At local labor office, there will be a conciliation committee made up of 5-6 members, one member from each party, employee and the employer. This conciliation committee will take the decision on the dispute. If, let's say, even they cannot arrive at a solution, then this dispute will go to Supreme Arbitration Committee. Remember, all this is not a legal proceeding. It is not law, or this is not a legal proceeding. This is uh, simply a private discussion, arbitration, we can call it. So finally, Supreme Arbitration Committee, which is a senior level committee, minimum or retired judge will be part of that committee, will take a decision on this matter. Whatever decision they will take should be accepted and agreed by both the parties. That is collective labor dispute. Okay. Finally, labor inspections. So, whose responsibility it is to supervise the labor laws and compliances related to labor law? It is responsibility of the labor inspector. Also, the labor inspector should provide the technical information, notify the competent authority. They can enter the premises during working hours. They can carry out investigations. They can interrogate the workers. They can even ask for copies of record or information, take samples for health and safety, etc. And they can make sure that notices and announcements are displayed. Right? All these are authorities of the labor inspectors. Final provisions. Like I said, Labor Department has the authority to implement the labor law. Protection of national worker is a big issue because most of the population is expat, so we need to protect the national workers. That's why roles you will find here Emiratization or Saudization, all these programs. That's the purpose, to protect the national workers and keep on updating all these laws. That is end of our labor law. All right. Now we are going to discuss the sample question paper. I'm sure you all are having the sample question paper. So we'll go through the sample question paper with the revision. Let me check if I can display it for you so that we are on the same page. Okay, so apart from the sample question paper, I'm going to help you with the revision also of that particular chapter so that our memories get fresh and you are prepared for your exam next week. All right. Okay, so you can type your answers for each of the question. Okay, let's go to question number 1. What is the answer? D, all of the above. Right. Very good. So if you have seen, we use terms like manpower, personnel, human capital, human resources. They all are synonyms. They all represent the people. Okay, there shouldn't be any confusion. Second question. Very good. So the right answer is line manager. So what is a staff manager? A staff manager is a manager who is allowed to go beyond his department. Like an HR manager is a staff manager, because HR manager can always give uh, certain rulings, policies, memos outside his department. So he's a staff manager. But a production manager is not a staff manager, he is a line manager. He can only go till his line, direct subordination or department. Okay. Third question, HPWS is a synonym for, very good. I think all are clear. HPWS is a synonym for high performance work system. So sometimes they may even ask you, keep a second. Yes. So you can put any kind of mark on this topic HPWS, because there is always one question on this. So this is an easy question, but what can be a slightly difficult question? They can give you 4. Which of the following is not part of HPWS? Which of the following is part of HPWS? Right? What do you mean by knowledge sharing in HPWS? And they can give you 4 options. So what we need to do, we need to simply read all the 4 principles of HPWS: egalitarianism, knowledge sharing, performance reward linkage, right? A bureaucratic and centralized HR culture in an organization is proof of following. 4. C. Very good. Traditional. Okay, good. 4 is C. Not A, but C, remember. A bureaucratic and centralized. Question number 5. Both A and B. Very good answer. Why? Because you should know that there are 2 terms here, job description and job specification. And you all should remember, in the job analysis chapter, we discussed that in the job information, there are 3 elements: job content, job context, and job requirement. Job content, job context, and job requirement. Job content would mean the duties and responsibility. Job context would mean environment in which the job is performed. The environment can be of two types: physical environment and psychological environment. Then, third is job requirement, which is knowledge, skill, ability, and personality. Right? So that was the first step, knowledge, job information into three elements, job information. Now, what is job description? Job content plus context is job information. So, A, skills required, they are part of job description. But when we say job specification, we mean by job requirement, and that is personality, the type of person, knowledge, skill, ability, etc. So when we say the type of person, then it becomes job specification. So the answer to this question is both A and B. Okay. Okay. 6 is very easy. False.
7.
Very good. Remember the key benefit of HR shared service center. People who have gone for CHRM, they will know it. So key benefit of HR shared service center is shared best practices. All right. Yes. B is the right answer. All right. 8. Yes. So again, read the question carefully. What is usually outsourced? Usually routine tasks are outsourced. A company may outsource their finance, which is very rare, not usual. A company may outsource the strategic task. Again, it is rare, not usual. Usually routine tasks are outsourced. All right. This is 8 again. Okay. There's a mistake in this counting. Okay. Again, the second 8. What is the answer? The right answer is B. Mrinalini is right. The right answer is B. Human Resource Information System. HRIS. Okay. Question number 9. A corporate strategy is which decides how to beat competition. False. Do you remember we discussed all the three strategies? Also keep a mark on this topic, very important topic. 3 types of strategies: corporate, business, functional. Within the 3 types of strategies, corporate has 4 different types. 3 levels of strategy have different types. So corporate have 4 types: differentiation, consolidation, vertical integration, geographic expansion. And then business further have 3 types: cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. There will be definitely 3 to 4 questions on these 2 topics. So very, very important topics. I'm sure you will revise it before the exam. And what kind of questions you will get? You will get questions like they may also ask you give a company's case study, that this is the company, this is what they are doing, which strategy this company is using. Okay. Question number 10, very interesting question. And good answer by Mrinalini again. Question number 10, the answer is D, warehouse helper. If you remember, we discussed that different methods, information collection methods for job information are required for different types of jobs. For example, we discussed for a job which has a repetitive function and is simple in nature, we need method like observation or work sample. They can work well. But jobs which are senior level jobs, interview is a better tool. For maintenance jobs, work diary is important. So we discussed all this, right? If you remember. So there will be one question from that slide also. You can make a note of it. For different methods and where these methods are required in what type of jobs. Okay. So if you have any confusion in any of these topics, just let me know on the WhatsApp also. You can share and other people can also contribute and you can ask me also. But important topic again. Okay, next question 11. Very good. Very good answer. Job specification is not always provided. Actually, most of the time it is not provided. 12. Why managers are de-jobbing their companies? And the answer is D, all of the above. If you remember, we discussed three things are happening: flattening of the organization, self-managed work teams, re-engineering of business processes. Because of all the three, managers are de-jobbing. Question number 13. Very interesting question. Maria says the answer is A. Cassie says D, all. So, Maria, can you tell us why your answer is A, Maria Divina? Very good. Very good. Guys, again, visit this topic and revise it once. This is the play of words in this question. They are saying which of the following is not a forecasting tool, and then they are giving zero-based budgeting. So budgeting is a budgeting tool. It is not a forecasting tool. You understand? Rest, they all are forecasting tools: trend analysis, ratio analysis, normal group technique. We discussed all this. But we also discussed zero-based forecasting is a forecasting tool. Zero-based budgeting is a budgeting tool. That was the play of word here. So what you should do in such a question, go through other options and they all, you know for sure that these options are there. So then it means zero-based forecasting is a wrong. 14. Very good. Yes, 14 is B. And that's clear, very clear. Easy question. 15. Is A. What about others? What is the answer of 15, A or B? Yes, Muhammad is absolutely right. Others are wrong. Muhammad Hamouri and Edige, they both are right. The right answer is B. Orientation is off the job training. Again, very important topic. You remember we discussed on the job training does not mean inside the office. You may be outside the office and doing off the job, on the job. Sorry, off the job also. Orientation. When you are orienting someone, you are not taking him to the job. It is something which is apart from the job, you are doing something. That is off the job training. Learning by doing is on the job. Remember this point. Okay, question number 16. Yes, so when you are creating HR procedures, they come after policies. So first HR policies, then comes the procedure. 17. So what is the answer for question number 18? Sorry, 17. The answer is D. Kena is right. And why she's right? Look carefully. Again, the language is fooling us, which may be the benefit of HPWS except. So yes, HPWS leads to improved productivity, respect for each other, improved engagement. All three are the benefits. So the right answer is none of the above. Right? So except none of the above. Number 18. Katrina is right. Maria is right. You all are right. Mentoring is not, which of the following is not an example of the job? So mentoring is done on the job. Coaching, mentoring. 19. Yes, because Kirkpatrick training evaluation does not only focus on the results, it focuses on 4 areas. All right. Question number 20 is obviously false, right? Because it can be done internally as well as externally. HR are usually internal coach. Question number 21. Very good answer, Mrinalini and Maria. Very good answer, guys. Yes. So training need analysis shall be done through all the above, but not, you cannot ask training companies to do it for you. So you can do appraisal interviews, you can assess your goals, you can interview your employees, but not asking training companies. 22. Performance management. Very good. So performance manage. So this is again an important topic. You will always get one question from this topic. Okay. Performance management is futuristic, not retrospective. Okay. And it is continuous, not episodic. 23. This is not for you guys. It's for CHRM only. So leave this question. 24. 360-degree appraisal is very good tool for. Very good. Both A and B is the true answer. It can be helped to improve teamwork and identify gaps in the teams. All right. Clear? Yes. 25. If you dislike a candidate because of one bad trait, it is horn effect. B is the right answer. Okay, Maria. 26. Again, the answer is A, pay differential. All the hazardous conditions are under pay differentials. We all should know it. All right. Question number 27. Oh, I already marked these. I don't know if I marked or somebody else marked it. Knowing compensable factors is not required for ranking method, obviously. It is required for factor comparison, for point plan method, so not required for ranking and classification method. Very important topic. All the four, remember, job evaluation, four methods: ranking, classification, factor comparison, and point plan method. All four are important. Revise it. So I will just remove the answers so that we have some discussion. Yep. All right. So question number 28, what is the answer? Technical interviews. What is useful? Funnel. B is the right answer. For technical interviews, funnel, remember I gave you example of funnel interview, drawing broad category to the narrow specifics. For technical interview, it is important. Question number 29, monetary benefits are more powerful than non-monetary, is false. Yes, 29 is B. Question number 30, the answer is C, both A and B. Sorry, D. D, both A and B, not C. D, both A and B. So the right answer is D. 31. Again, this is a CHRM question, but I'm asking you. Very good. The right answer is B because it has higher dropout rate. So in the chapter number 6, what is important? Chapter number 4, training and development. What is important? Let's point out few areas which are important in chapter number 4. The difference between on-the-job and off-the-job training. Induction, orientation, onboarding. In on-the-job, difference between coaching, mentoring, and different methods. In off-the-job, methods like which are, I mean, they all are important, but methods like usually questions are on, you remember some of, I mean, these are the important areas I want to tell you because most of the times there is a question on that. In off-the-job training methods, apprenticeship. Actually, that is on the job. Apprenticeship is on the job. This is also a mistake in our notes, which we have corrected in the coming next batch or the next content of CHRP. So apprenticeship, there can be a question on apprenticeship. There can be a question on, remember there was, I showed you the boss baby picture. You remember? Anyone? Right? You remember we call it the junior board, senior board. Why it is important? Yes. Then You remember we discussed concept like brainstorming, how different people contribute towards brainstorming. These are some of the important topics in off the job training. Further, what is more important in chapter number 4 is your 5 steps of training and development process, starting from need analysis, evaluation of the training. And the next last topic, which is very important in 4th chapter, is training need analysis. Kirkpatrick evaluation. Kirkpatrick 4 levels of evaluation. So these are the most important areas in chapter number 4. All right. 32. External is opportunities and threats, right? Very good. 33. Uh, 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 33. What is the answer? Answer is A. Again, let me explain to you chapter number 5 what are important topics. You can write it down also. So, the difference between performance management versus performance appraisal. There is always one question because there are 8 to 10 differences. Out of those 8 to 10 differences, you will get always one question. Very important topic. Then, in different types of traditional versus modern performance appraisal methods, there can be one question from there. However, most important topic is management by objective and the steps in management by objective. There will always be one question from management by objective. Similarly, there will be one question from balance scorecard. This was an example of balance scorecard question. So in this case, the answer is A, financial. Cost reduction by 10% is a financial goal. Okay, so balance scorecard is a very important question topic in that. Management by objective is very important. And the third important area in 5th chapter is all the rater limitations. Halo, horn, central tendency, rater's error. They all are important. Okay. Let's go to question number 34 now. So setting up KRA is bottom up or top down? Top down approach. Setting up KRA is a top down, which means starting from the top going to the bottom. So it is wrong. So 34 is B. 35. Very good. The right answer is B. Because developing a vision and mission comes in the strategy formulation step. That is step number 1. Next step is implementation. Yes, Yathiraj is right here. 36, policy comes after designing procedure. Again, it is false. It is false. 37. Is very good. Somebody said unemployment rate is economical indicator. Very good answer. This is from CHRM, but yeah, you should know about it. It's an economical indicator. Unemployment rates, GDP, etc., vehicle sales, these all are economical indicators of a market. Which of the following is not a benefit of good policy? None of the above, because they all are the benefits. So D is the right answer. Good. Just a play of words, you can see. 39. Again, this is a question from performance management system. So the right answer is measurable. All are right. B is the right answer. 40. HR as a strategic partner means supporting other departments with professional HR solutions. Is it the right answer? So, see, it's a kind of a difficult question, to be honest, because HR as a strategic partner may help other departments with solutions, but it does not mean supporting other departments with different solutions. So, like I said, it's a difficult question because it includes supporting other departments, but HR strategic partner means leading other departments with strategic initiatives with respect to HR. So the right answer will be here B, not A. But it's a difficult question. It's a tricky question. So in your exam, out of 80, there will be 10, 12 such questions which will be very tricky. Okay, but 50% will be easy, I would say. Easy if you have gone through all the content. And then there will be around 20% of the questions which are moderate. Difficult for some, not difficult for others. All right. Okay, question number 41. Employee mediator role of HR manager is expected to manage competing personality. Yes, D is the right answer. 41 is D. Manage competing personalities. That is why it is a mediator, isn't it? 42. For CHRM students. This question is for CHRM students. Okay, so they all are covered in Gallup path, so D is the right answer. 43. The answer is B, productivity. Why productivity? Because if you think carefully, controlling HR alone cannot control the cost. So you cannot control profit. HR can also not control power, but it can help improve productivity of people. Right? 44. Very good. C, empowerment. 44 is C. 45. Oh, similar question which came early. Outside their department is staff A, right? 45A. 46. Very interesting question, 46, but easy. 46. What about others? A is not the right answer. No. Read it again. The right answer is C. Do you remember Kirkpatrick evaluation? First was reaction, second was learning, third was transfer. Transfer means how much people can apply what they have learned. That is transfer of training. So the right answer is C. 46. Simple question. 46 is very easy. D. Yes, Tawfiq is right. All of the above. All of the above. Yes, Tawfiq. 48. Very good. Again, B is the right answer. Yes, B is the right answer. 49. So this is CHRM question, but the right answer is D is the right answer. In HR audit, we do not audit the manpower cost. This is a CHRM question, but remember always when HR auditors come, they do not look into the cost of people, their manpower cost. There are two types of audit. One is qualitative, one is quantitative. HR audit is a qualitative audit. It has nothing to do with the number or quantity. It's more of a qualitative audit. It is related to the quality. Okay. Last question, 50. It's a simple question, right? D, dynamic and flexible. All right. So this is your end of sample question paper. If you have any questions, you can ask. Before we wrap up today's session, if you have any question, you can ask. Maria is asking how many questions will be there. Maria, total 80 questions. Out of 80, you have to make sure 50%, which means 40 questions are right. There is no negative marking. Any case study question? Yes. There can be many small case studies. There will not be a big case study. There can be sometimes one case study with 5-6 questions. Yes. But usually they are not number of big case studies. So like even if the case study will be there, it will be within 2-3 sentences. A company is trying to reduce their number of branch offices or branch or let's say retail branches, make sure that their losses are not high. Which of the four strategy they are using? Now you can say it's a case study, but it's a simple question. We do not have with the sample, we do not have case study sample, but I'm giving you some examples. There was a case study a few months back I saw when there was a situation in company was given like there is an office, there is a manager, then the person goes on medical leave, and few other situations are mentioned. Then there are 5-6 questions you need to answer depending on what we have discussed in this course. Okay, so this kind of case study will be there. Hamuri is asking, can we answer 23 and 42? Yeah, let's go back. 42 and 23. All right. 43 2. Yeah. Which of the following is not covered in Gallup path? They all are covered in Gallup path. This is a CHRM question. If you see in Gallup path, they all are there. Manage, engage employee, engage customer, improve managers. They all are included. So the right answer is D. And 23, the answer is false, because ADDIE model is not used for training need analysis. It is used for designing a training program. All right. Great. Okay, guys. So I hope we have answered your questions, and it will help you to prepare better for your exam. Like I said, don't take much tension. Just revise it. Okay. Revise everything what we learned before the exam. We have a group also. You are not allowed to ask any questions during the exam in the group. You can call me if you have any doubts regarding any of the concept during the week. Okay. I will be happy to help you guys. But do not call me again during the exam. I remember a few months back, a girl called me. I was driving, I was going to office, and then she called me and she said, Mr. Yogesh, can you answer this question? I said, yes, the answer is B. Then she said, okay, one more. What about this? I said, it's A. And then she said, okay, this is the last one. One more I want to ask. Then I was, because I was driving, so I thought she's preparing and she's asking. Then I said, wait a second, where are you right now? And she said, Mr. Yogesh, I was writing the exam. And then I asked, don't you have any invigilator right now around you? She said he went outside for a break. So I thought of calling you and taking all the answers. Okay, so that is not allowed. Because now I think even more, earlier we used to have offline also, so that was you get more time, but now it's all online exam. So few things I want to tell you. There will be, I think, 8 questions on each screen. Then there will be 10 screens. All right. You can come back to any screen and at any point of time. So I prefer always having a pen and paper with you, next to you. The questions where you feel they are difficult, just write down the question number on the piece of paper. Even if you answer wrong for any question, that is not a negative marking. So answer all the questions, all the 80. But questions where you feel you are not sure, just write it down on a piece of paper. Finish your exam, go through all the 80 questions. Let's say you finished it by 1 hour, 40 minutes. Now you have 20 more minutes. Go back and try to attempt these questions. When you face difficulty answering a question, always go back to our discussion in the class. Because in this exam, most of the questions are formed around the implementation of the concepts or conceptual knowledge. It is not about going back to the book and finding out the right answer. It is mostly thinking about the concept and then getting the right answer. That's why it's an open book assessment, because you are allowed to open book, but the questions are formed in such a way that even if you open the book and if you have not understood the concept, you cannot write the right answer. Are you getting me? Even if you open the book, it is that question will be designed in such a way that if you open the book and if you don't understand the concept, you cannot write the right answer. So keep that thing in mind. Okay. It is more about application. All right. So I enjoyed a lot with you guys this journey of last 8 weeks or so. I can see some people are messaging. So just you can message to me with your name and batch number. I will add you guys in the group. Just send me a WhatsApp message with your number and name. I will add you guys. I'm sharing my WhatsApp number. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed last 7 weeks or so. I enjoyed a lot being with you guys. And due to this COVID situation, we are not able to meet face to face, but I would love to see you guys face to face. It will be more, I think, in any case, we will be happy to see each other, but we will be happier if you all pass the exam, isn't it? So, my best wishes are with you. Like I said, don't take much pressure on you. Just it's about revising what we have discussed. I'm sure. I think our passing percentage have increased tremendously in the last 2 years or so, if I'm not wrong. Right, lady? So we have a very good passing percentage now because we discuss all types of questions during the preparation. Also, we discuss the kind of questions you will face in the exam, and even this revision will help you. All right. So best wishes, and thank you all. Thank you for being so um, respectful. Thank you for being always on time. And thank you for your kind wishes. Thank you. Happy Diwali to all Indian friends, and happy holidays for all of others. Right. So stay in touch, guys. And yes, thank you, Maria. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, everyone. And you can share your reviews. I think Lady will guide you how you can share reviews or feedback about the training. We give it a lot of importance. And like I said, stay in touch. We are in the same industry. We are in the same market. Whenever I have some good news, I mean some jobs, etc. I always share with my students, because we are in such an industry that we keep on getting the requirements from our clients. Sometimes our clients need a certain type of person, a certain level of person. So I have seen that whenever somebody asks me, like I can give you 2 3 quick example. There was a one of my student was HR manager in this company, taxi company, and he said, I'm looking for a recruiter with this kind of salary and this nationality. So immediately 3 4 people came to my mind, all my students, and I messaged them and they sent the CV. One of them was selected. So within 2 days, the HR manager hired the person. Another example was a senior level position, senior manager HR, and then somebody said, we are looking for it. And then I asked him, tell me exactly what you need. And then they told me this nationality, this language, this industry, this type of company he should have some experience in. And immediately I referred them one person and he was selected. So this is how, when you have network in the it helps not only us, it helps obviously, but you guys also, it will help a lot. So that is the power of networking, and in this market we should be well connected. That's very important, right? So when you join Blue Ocean, it's not about just training. It is something which is going beyond the training also. Yes. All right, great guys. So stay in touch. And Lady, you have to say something before we close the session today. Lady, can you hear me? You have to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. You are not audible. Your voice is not audible.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me now, Yogesh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. No, I just wanted to thank them for taking time and choosing us on this 7 weeks, and spending their time. Friday mornings it's quite very challenging, but you've decided to spend it with us, and we're happy that you let us part of your journey to becoming best in your field, and with the help of our amazing trainer for 7 weeks, Mr. Yogesh. So I hope you've learned a lot. And like he said, we shall continue to get in touch. You can like us on Facebook. We are very much in there. So you get to see our upcoming webinars. And just to say again, you have to send us your feedback forms. So this will inspire more Yogesh about your trainings, how we can improve more in our upcoming sessions.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Lady. All right, guys. So take care. Stay safe. And
Thank you, sir.
yes, like I said, during the week, you can ask any question if you have. And
So all the best for your next.
yes. All right. I think she's stuck again. So, all right, guys. So take care. Stay safe. And see you once you pass the exam. Just share with me the good news, right? As soon as you pass. All right. Okay. Bye bye.